Private equity is an investment vehicle that's focused on two things: active ownership and value-based decision-making. Firms would be owned by a relatively small number of investors as opposed to a large diversified base of investors. These small groups of investors could coordinate and exercise more control over the day-to-day operations and strategic vision of the company. The second thing private equity emphasizes is value-based decision-making. Is this going to generate financial value for the owners of the business? And by focusing on those two aspects, PE has given investors a new governance mechanism through which they can enact change and create value. I think there were really two key factors that led to its growth and what we know PE to be today. The first of which was an agglomeration wave in the 1950s and 1960s that led to a number of large, unwieldy, inefficient firms that came about through a wave of diversifying acquisitions. And second, there was another financial innovation in the 1980s, the development of the primary and secondary markets for high-yield bonds. High-yield bonds provided the fuel for private equity to buy these inefficient organizations and restructure them in ways that allocated capital more effectively. Private equity has really opened up the investment opportunity set. That means they're investing across different sectors. They're investing in infrastructure. They're investing in sports now. Private equity has enabled investors to invest in small private companies, small private credit, loans, etc. They're really everywhere as they see and find opportunity for improvement, for value creation, for wealth creation for their limited partners. PE's legacy is really rooted in two things. First, its ownership model. This notion of active ownership, this notion of value-based decision-making, creative financing, incentive alignment, that's going to continue on and perpetuate. And second, it's really opened up investment opportunities, diversification opportunities. I see the distinction between private equity and public equity disappearing. It's already blurring, but 50 years from now, I just don't see a distinction anymore. A lot of the financial discipline, a lot of the disciplined decision-making seems to be going a little bit by the wayside in the sort of mass hysteria surrounding AI. But this is where private equity in some sense is particularly well positioned because it's in their DNA to approach decision-making, whether it's for a new building or a new AI implementation, thinking rigorously about what matters for value, what can potentially work, what risks to take. So when I think about AI and PE, they may be among the best positioned to take advantage of AI, to avoid some of the pitfalls of AI because of their history of value-based and rigorous decision-making.